All right, so once again, this little project takes every tool I own just about. And so, yeah. Okay, it's kind of dark in here, but yeah, we're getting there. As you can see, I've got brake parts scattered all over this sheet of plywood, along with a bunch of tools and stuff that I tried to use to take these things apart. And, oh, I forgot to take this off, didn't I? We're going to get new ones of these. Oh, and I also have to remove that bearing in the center there, because it's got to go. Don't you know? So, anyhow, let's go ahead and knock that out of there. All I'll do is hit it with a hammer. It should pop right out. At least that's the way the other one did. So, why don't we see if you can see what I'm trying to do here. I'm just going to whack it. Just like that. Perfect. Now, I wonder if there's any writing on this one. Can you see any writing on there? I sure can't. So let's clean it up and see if we can see anything on there. I got some brake parts. May as well squirt it down into here, just because. Well, you can't even see it now, can you? There we go. Is that better? Right there. There she be. All right. So. Okay. Now, do we have any identification marks on here? So this bearing seems like it's okay, but since I'm in there, since I got the thing apart, I'm gonna go ahead and replace them, just because I can. All right, so let's get it out here in the light, see if we can see anything on here. I don't know. I don't think I see anything that looks like a. Well, at least I've got a good example here. I can probably look up the John Deere part number on there. It looks like this looks like this might have been some writing along through here, but I can't see it. I can't read it. Yeah, there's writing on there, but I sure can't tell what the heck it is. Oh well, anyhow, we got, so anyways, we've got this bearing to replace. Need two of those. Oh gosh, I still got to take apart the inner workings here a little bit. We're gonna need 4 of these guys, which are the actual brake pads. Let's see, we'll keep that. So we need 4 of these, 2 for each side. We'll put one over there. These, I am pretty sure that all of this stuff can be cleaned up and be okay. Except for this, I need to put new springs. So that would take 6 springs and however many roller balls are in there. There's supposed to be 5 in each one. So we'll see how many there really are once I take it apart here. And, you know, this gizmo mechanism here looks like it's working, so that's fine. I think it's doing the same with the other one. The other one needs more cleaning, but I think the other one is also salvageable. Rumor has it that these things are very expensive, so we want to clean them up if we can. And then, gonna go ahead and get 2 new slave cylinders so that so I have new ones, because I'll be underneath there one time putting them all together, and I may as well put new ones on rather than put the old ones back. And we got some cleaning up to do. And other than that, everything looks pretty good. So, yeah. Cool. So that's where we are so far on the brakes. Oh, yeah. The left side brake, I'm going to crawl up under here. You probably saw this. I don't know if you saw this or not, but the left side brake was a bear cat to get out of there. And the reason why... hang on. I got to get down there. My knees are still not doing great, but... all right. So, brake unit mounts up in this area up here. You can see the holes where it bolts in. Well, when you go to pull that brake unit off, it wants to slide this way, and it hits this trumpet housing here, and so it makes it really difficult. So I actually am not 100% sure what sequence of moves made it come out, but it fell out. So I don't know about putting it back, but at least it's out. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be spending a lot of quality time underneath the combine putting all of the stuff that goes here back together again, because I had to take every single part on the outside of the brake unit off, which was that lever arm, the slave cylinder, and a couple of nuts to release that inner mechanism so I could push that bolt through into the inside and let that part fall out of there. And then once that happened, then there was enough room to clear through this area. So when we're putting it back together, we'll do a better job of documenting it. But I was so frustrated with the darn thing, I just wrestled with it until it happened. It took me 3 days to get it apart. So oh, hey everybody. Hey everybody. Oh, hey. Ha! Let's start over again. Hey everybody. Welcome back. Yeah. So I'm putting together these brakes for this combine here. The big 4420. And I got the left side done. The left side, if you don't know, on these combines is the hardest thing on the planet to take apart and put back together. So, and you're probably wondering, well, Bob, how come you didn't show us the procedure for doing the left side? Well, I would have, except for there's was an awful lot of swearing involved, and you guys know I don't really throw swearing out on my channel. So yeah, it was creative, and quite a few expletives were used, and finally I got it all to come together. So anyway, we're going to put together the right side, which is easy, It slips right on the axle on the other side. It's no big deal. Putting it together is the same exact procedure because it's the same exact thing as the left side. It just doesn't have the gigantic trumpet shaped housing obstruction. If you look right there, you can see that there's stuff in the way of getting these things apart. So those don't exist on the other side. That's just that's the transmission input shaft, and there's only one of those. So luckily, I got rid of that one first. All the parts are here except for the wheel cylinder for the right side. The wheel cylinder. It's not really a wheel cylinder. It is a wheel cylinder, but it's not on a wheel. So. Anyway, we'll go ahead and we'll put together this as much as we can, and then when the wheel cylinder comes in a couple of days, we'll finish off this video with that and put it all together and hopefully get these brakes adjusted and be ready to head out to the soybean field to cut some beans and, you know, actually get harvest underway here at the Bennett farm. So yeah, let's see. Let's make sure we got all the parts that we need here. Of all the new stuff that we got, let's see. This unit here takes like ball bearings, and since the other ones were a little bit worn, we got new ones of those. This roll pin holds this bracket onto these dogs right here, and this boot goes on this little gizmo thingy right here, and that's what this bolt comes out of. This is the seal for the transmission housing, so that was leaking on the other side, so we got a new seal. And the three little springs that hold the two halves of this thing together over here. And we got all that stuff times two. The only thing we're missing is the wheel cylinder. We got one wheel cylinder in. I will have you know that those things must be made out of some of the most valuable materials on earth, because wow, were they expensive. And woo, Bob's pocketbook is still burning from that one. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this put together. I started putting this bearing in and I realized I didn't have you guys out here with me. So I went and got you out of the house. I got you out of here. And so we'll go ahead and continue. Didn't have a socket big enough, and I didn't feel like buying a big socket set. So I went and did some measuring. I took one of the old bearings to Home Depot. And these are actually electrical conduit parts, and that fits right over the spot right there to drive that in. I just hit along the rim of this piece of this nipple here, and yeah. So we'll go ahead and pound that sucker in, and you guys can watch. Okay, first things first. We'll get this bearing driven home. So it's moving. There's a channel inside this housing for a snap ring. We got to get it down past that so we can put the snap ring in. And it's held from going out the other side by the by a machine shoulder on the shaft. So all of those things are things we got to do here. Yep, extra card. Alright, so the next thing is the snap ring. Which, what did I do with it? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay, snap ring. Right here. And this is one of those crazy spiral snap rings. Keep the trash thrown away here while we're going. That way I keep track of everything we got. So anyway, as you can see, it looks like just a regular ring, but it's a spiral. So you can see that. It comes, you got to put it in, you got to kind of spiral it in, and then it holds. So, I need something to push it in with. Little screwdriver or something. Oh, look, a little screwdriver. Got that right here. All right, so we'll try to start it in with start it in like this. There we go. Popped out. It popped out. So I'm just working it around the circle here, and it's going in. It's almost there now. One little push and snapped right in. Look at that. Okay, we're good. Well, we got our brake pads here. So we'll take one of the brake pads out, because we won't put the other one in until it's time to stick it in the other on the shaft. And so anyway, this is what these look like. And so I think what I got to do is get in here with a scraper of some sort and scrape the extra shellac off, because I found out that that was an issue on the last one that I put together here. So I'll be working on that. All right, so we're actually, without having the last part here, the cylinder, the brake cylinder, we're running out of stuff that we can actually do here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put on a couple of things here that are needed and necessary. I can't get this boot on because I'm a clumsy oaf. There we go. Sorta. Okay, that's on. We aren't going to be able to put anything together inside there. We're not going to put this on until the very end, because I want to have everything put together. The thing we can do is we can do the assembly on this inner brake expander thingy. That takes 5 of these little balls and 3 springs. So we got one ball here, and I got 4 in another package. So let's get it together here. Let's see. I believe that is how that goes, like that. So, are you watching? Are you watching? Can you see? All right, so balls, and they go in these little egg-shaped pockets there. So there's some more. There, 4 more, and it takes 5, so it's perfect. 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Throw away the wrapper. Okay, now put these together. This lines up kind of like so. Alright, so You can kind of see these little spring pins here. Oops, 1, 2, 3. All right, so you hook the spring over the bottom one and use a hook to pull it up onto the top one, and that'll put those together. So here I go. Okay, now we're recording. I don't know, we got in some sort of playback loop. So anyway, see the little gear thingies in this brake thing? It's got some shellac built up in there. And I'm just going to file it out with this file to see if I can make it so that it fits a little better. Hopefully it won't take very much to smooth these over. Most of them look pretty good, but there was like 1 or 2 teeth in the other side that caused issues. So anyway, we'll oh, by the way, it's not going to look like it in the video, but it's been well over a week since I got a chance to work on this, because I've had a part on order, and actually I think it probably traveled the country trying to get to me, and it finally just showed up. And actually I don't even have it out here yet, it's still on the truck, but yeah, I had to get the I had to finally get it picked up from the dealership. It finally showed up over there, so it took them a little while. I don't know, John Deere's sometimes John Deere's parts departments, not the dealer's parts department, those guys do a great job. The guys that are working in the warehouses, sometimes it takes them a while to get things to me, and I don't even know. I think it's just that they had one that was in a dealership that they pulled from, and then another one at a different dealership that was like halfway across the country, or all the way across the country, and it just didn't, just took it forever to show up. So anyhow, we got this one mostly cleaned up here, so we'll go ahead and put this together. So anyway, shucks folks, let's see, how are we supposed to do this? We got so many things to do. It's gotta clean stuff out. Alright, so actually probably need my part, which was the cylinder. Need the cylinder that bolts onto here right now. So I guess we ought to probably go get that. Alright, so I got this brake cylinder here to put on, but I gotta tap these holes, and they're 1/4-20s, which is pretty convenient because that's fairly common size. I just gotta chase them real quick, get the threads cleaned out. No big deal, just that the bolts don't want to thread on in there until I do this. Alright, now let's see if these things go on easier. Possible I might have to run the threads of the bolts through also. Well, let's see. Well, that's not bad at all. That really cleaned him out good. All right. Relatively happy about that. See if we can do the same thing here. Okay. Good and tight. Okay. So, next thing is we want to do a little bit of assembly this way. So, this one that I filed up, that goes in there like that. And then this goes up, this bolt goes up through this boot here. If I can get it in there. Where are you? Oh, you're there, I can tell. Well, I can't even see it. What the heck here? Is that it? No? I don't know what the heck I got going on here. Alright, come on. That's better. There. All right, I got that in there. Probably shouldn't be getting oils on it with my fingers. Oh well. All right, next is we got to put this lever on, and that goes like this. There to there. And then I'm going to pound in this little feller, which I'm going to go take this to the grinder and kind of chamfer off the one side here. It's already rounded, it's already chamfered off a little, but I'm going to give it a little bit more so it goes in easier. And probably put a little oil on it or something to help it slide on in there. Alright, so chamfered off the one end of this so that it'll go through the holes here easily. Sure, it's going great. Well, it doesn't go through there at all. Fantastic. A little bit different here. We have to go over to the piece of railroad iron that I got here, because that is like an anvil. Let's go see if we can do that over here. You off of there, flip you off of there. All right. Now, can we do it? We'll do it like this. Bring the hammer. we squeeze it with a pair of vice grips, that'll give us a little bit smaller diameter to get started, which will be nice. So we'll try that. You see, we'll just do this right here. Get it up here like that. Oops, I got the wrong end. Well, that's not working at all. Come on, guys. What the heck here? There we go. Now we've got her. Can you even see what I'm doing? Probably not. Yeah, let's do it this way a little bit more. Can you see that, at least? See, I'm all falling apart here. That's not even close to being fair. Okay, let's try again. Put all this back together again here again. There. Okay. Now, if I was smart, I'd go ahead and put the nuts on there, which is what we're gonna do. All right, so there is a seal that goes on the pinion shaft that comes out of the transmission, and this is the new one right here in this little baggie. The old one is still in the machine, so we got to pull that out. So with that, for that, we've got this little feller, and he's going to go ahead and pull that seal right on out of there, and then we're going to use this, which is basically a plumbing fitting and a pipe nipple and a hammer, and we're going to drive the new seal in place, and then we'll be able to put the shaft in, and then install the fully assembled brake assembly here. So, and then after that, then we got to make some adjustments, and we got to bleed the brakes. You know, there's all kinds of stuff that's got to be done, and it's just, you know, gonna be great, just great. So anyway, I'm gonna crawl up underneath here and see what I can do about getting this seal out of here, and yeah, putting the new seal in. I'm gonna need to get a hammer though. I gotta bring that over, so I'll be right back. Okay, so most of the battle of this job is getting underneath here, especially for a guy like me who's got the bad knees that are hurting and crying at me. But anyway, let's turn on a light. Woohoo! There's lights for you. Oh, we're gonna have to spray that down, aren't we? Yeah, that's really greasy. So anyhow, can you see? I don't know if you can see or not. Yeah, I think you probably can. Ah. All right. Anyway. You might be able to see, but I sure can't see. Anyway, this is the shaft. We got to pull the shaft out. Pretty easy to do. We just pull it out like that. See how that works? And then we'll just lay that on the carpet here. What are you trying to tell me, Light? Are you needing to be recharged here? Probably. So anyway, up inside of here, up inside of there is a seal that needs to come out, and obviously it's leaking oil, so we'll definitely have to get that out of there. So can you see the hole up there? No, you can't. You could see it better going this way, couldn't you? There we are. All right. So anyway, what you do is you fish this guy in there, and you just you gotta pull on it until you get the thing out of there. I think my light is done being charged up. So hang on while I get a new battery. Okay, new battery in the light. Ah, ow. All right, so what we gotta do is just pull this seal out of here. Why don't you go? What the heck here, everybody? Really? Why you no go? What the heck here? Boys. There we go. We just tore right into it. Come on. You sucker. Why aren't you coming? There we go. Holy cow, thing attacked me. Whew. Anyway, there's the old seal. That is not the leak. That was that was done by the seal puller. And anyway, we'll just throw that over there somewhere, and then we'll get the new seal. Let's see. You know, oh, that is just disgusting in there, isn't it? Yeah, we're gonna have to get that cleaned out a little bit. I'm gonna get some rags. All right, so here's the seal. I don't know if you can see up in here where it's supposed to go. Up here, can you see that? I guess you kind of can. Anyway, that has to go in like so. And then I need this thing and a hammer, and just in case you weren't sure about what hammer to use, the hammer to use is the one you find. At least around here it is. I think that will be pretty good enough. Just need a little bit of oil on that seal. Just a little bit. Since I cleaned all the oil off of the shaft there, that should do me. Alright, now we can just put this shaft back in. Make sure everything's kind of clean there. Looks good to me. Okay. Now the next thing is get the brake unit and slip that in there. All right, so we got the brake unit. I'm gonna go ahead and start putting this thing on. Shouldn't be too hard. Should go right on. Should go right up through here and go right on there. First thing I want to do though is put this brake disc on. Maybe I'll put the brake disc on. I don't know. It doesn't seem to want to be going. Why doesn't it want to go? Surely it's not just... Well, the darn thing doesn't seem to want to go on there. I guess we'll just give it a couple of love taps. I guess I need to file her down a little bit more. Alright, I don't have a whole lot of battery left here. I got another battery, but as you can see, I kind of started to put this brake unit in. One of the things I had to do was file off all the teeth on the, not the teeth, yeah, I guess the teeth, on these brake discs in here, because they had shellac on them. Made it so they wouldn't clear the teeth on the shaft. So anyway, I'm gonna let you watch me struggle to put this thing in. Is this where it is? That's where it is. All right, so I'm trying to get this in here. It has to line up. Whoa, hey, it's starting to go on its own. Come on, big boy. Don't be shy. Let's see, got a couple little higher. There we go. There, now, all we got to do is get this thing to go on here somehow. What the heck? Will you not go? I mean, like, what the heck here, man? Come on now. And of course, I don't have anything to grab this with and turn it. So that's always good. So, I don't know what to tell you. Hang on, I got to get something to turn that with. I suppose a power wrench or something. So, hang on. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got this thing kind of in here, but I can't quite get it to mesh with the teeth. I can't get the teeth in the last gear to mesh. So, I'm not really sure what in the world I'm going to try to do here, but I don't know what it is. But that's going to involve a fair amount of swearing and cussing, and yeah, you know, I don't like to do that on my videos, so I'm just going to turn you off here, and I'll be back when I get this thing together, because I'm going to need to vent. I'm gonna need to vent a lot.